Hey everybody, I did film a brow tutorial for you guys. Kind of long, but I did film both brows. So by no means do you have to watch both parts of it, but just in case you have uneven brows like I do naturally, you'll see. It is kind of helpful to see how I do even them out. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please subscribe and like this video, and please let me know if you guys would like to see anything else in the future. Thank you guys. So for my brows, you can kind of tell that they're obviously uneven. This one is kind of just like halfway there, halfway not. So it's like there's some stragglers that'll grow right here, but I just wax them off. I kind of just like make my own tail, which is fine. This is like my brow that succeeds in life, and I love it. This is my favorite brow. We all have one. Okay, so the brush I'm using has two sides. So this side is obviously it's a angled. I like a very small, thin, angled brush for my brows. I hate like a block brow. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And then the other side has a spoolie, so obviously I can like brush them up, brush them down. Also, this works really well with like blending out your product and blending out harsh lines and stuff like that. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so first, I comb them all the way up. And believe it or not, this brow always turns out better than this one. I don't know why. Okay. I always start on this one first. I don't know why, I just do. I think because it needs the most work. So for my brow product, I only use one. And whenever I steer away from it, I always end up going back to it. It's the Anastasia Brow Pomade. And this one is in chocolate. We're going to get a little bit too much on the brush on purpose. Then we're going to put it right on our hand. Your brow product needs to be heated up because it's going to be way easier to work with. You're going to like it better, believe me. So right like here, we're going to get as much of the brow product on here as possible. It's going to warm it up, and it's going to be there for when you need it right away, like when you start blending it and stuff like that. Okay, so I have some product on my brow already. I'm kind of getting the most of it onto my hand. And then something I do, like I'll take it and I'll swipe like that, I'll turn it around, and I'll swipe like that to make it flat again. So first, I always go underneath, I outline the underneath, and I work on the tail last, kind of, so you'll see. Short strokes. I'll go back in with my hand, I'll just tap a little bit. Also make sure your brush is like this on your face and not like this, because this is going to smear the product. So you want to kind of like head on. And then you'll learn like the more purposeful you are with the product, the more neat it's going to look. Like the more hesitation you have, the more it's going to look like you hesitated, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we're going to finish up the front of it. And then I just kind of use the rest of my product and just blend upward, trying not to touch this bottom clean line that we just created. I'm just taking the higher part and blending it up. We want it to look super crisp. So, and then once I get to the front, I turn it up and down. I take it and I take like the tip of it and I flick upwards. I'm kind of using this product up here to kind of create hair-like strokes. Okay, so cool. I kind of like a straighter brow. I mean, I have a natural arch, but I don't really like it. I kind of like a straighter brow just because it goes with my face better. But if you like the arch, obviously you follow whatever your eyebrow does. Kind of darkening this up again. Okay. Then I'm going to go in to the top arch. I'm going to hold it sideways like this and just kind of like shadow it. I don't want a super harsh line. Okay. And I'm kind of just like going towards the tail. Again, this eyebrow is super crazy because these hairs like grow upward, so I kind of have to like move around them. Still using the product on my hands. Once I blend it out, it usually looks less harsh. So right now I'm just kind of making my eyebrow look more full by just blending it all into my eyebrow, not leaving any blank spaces. Then I'm going to go with my my spoolie, and just kind of like go upward with it. Then I'm going to go on the top of it and kind of like blend out that line because I don't like when that's super harsh. I think it looks like kind of scary. I've been liking thicker brows lately. We're just going to go with it. Sometimes if I like don't have any hair there, it's kind of hard to like camouflage the fact that I don't have any hair there. So I'll take like a matte shadow and just kind of tap so that it sets and then it doesn't move. So that brow's pretty much... let me go back in with some product around the tail. I feel like that needs to be darker. Let's get one thing straight here. Your brows do not and should not be perfect. They do not have to be perfect. They should not be perfect. Because I feel like it starts to look dollish. I like this part to be perfect, don't get me wrong, but like this part I kind of like when it's like feathered out and like it's not like super filled in. So then we're going to do the other one. Brush it up, just like the other one. Okay. I'm going to go right underneath. Now this is the brow that challenges me. Try to be like really focused here. Again, we're just worried about this like line underneath here. We're not worried about how thick it is really because we're going to blend it upward. If your brush gets too filled with product, like I literally just like, you know. Now I like to make this part darker. I feel like it's the most structured part. So then again, I'm just going to be blending in with the rest of my, like the filled part of my brow, I guess, the part with the hair. Being very gentle with the front. I like to make little dark hair strokes in the front to kind of make it look more natural. I like when the tail just kind of fades into like your skin. Taking my spoolie and just blending those strokes out. Okay, see how like my brows are so different. But this is just how it goes. Like sometimes you just have to accept that your brows are not going to be the same. Now I do agree that these look too different right now, so I'm going to even them out. This one is like more arched, so I'm kind of going to add some more on the bottom of this and kind of like connect it more. Already looks a little bit better. See how they kind of look a little bit more even. I mean, this one's crazy. Wow, like, I don't know what's going on. I kind of like when they're like werewolfy. Doesn't matter, you know? They're your brows. They should be whatever you want them to be. That's really how I feel about brows. Like, I like them. I like them any shape. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit on this top arch because I feel like the other one's super high and I don't like that, how they're super uneven. Gonna blend this in with the front of my brow. I feel like they're kind of more even. Not exact. That's okay. Let's remember that. This one comes in way farther than this one does. I'm not gonna draw this out to here. I'm just not. I don't like how it looks. We're just gonna go with the flow. Again, my makeup is not about perfecting. It's just about like what looks good on your face. Everyone's face is so different. It's so hard to tell somebody how to do your brows because all brows are different. So that's where you have your freedom, you know? Okay, so pretty much my brows are finished. I don't carve them out or anything. I don't like how that looks either. But yeah, those are my brows. And okay, so another thing to keep in mind. these hairs grow downward. There's nothing really you can do about it. I push them up and then they go back down if I like breathe on them wrong. So imperfection is beauty. That's what I believe. Okay. So those are done.